Select destination.
Let's go into exterminate. Okay, we go. I accidentally forgot to label the stream the first time. We're good now. Well, that and I forgot something else before. My brain's a little scattered today, admittedly. Luckily, that is pretty for all you guys. I hope everyone's doing okay today, happens. No, you ain't going to go boom. No going boom. Going boom is bad.
Got a solid move. Abandoned supply cache. Now listen up. If you get close, it'll clock you and start a countdown. Bust into the cache before it's smoked. Supply cache flipped into self-destruct.
What?
If it works, fewer Vauban charges should pop it. But know this. Open that thing and the tech rot will get riled up. Crazy.
Alright, where is... Where's the cache at? Can't go get it. I'm gonna try it. No, we're gonna go back this way. Maybe just some connect.
Yo, tech rock signals down to 50%. Take him to field.
Get it.
That's 3. Sorry, I'm half quiet. I'm just trying to. Ooh, I don't think we're getting it. It'll be close. Has to be close.
Supplies destroyed. Pick up the pace next time, yeah?
Yeah, I'm literally right next to. Considering I was the only one there and we got there pretty late. It's whatever. I at least made an attempt. Alright. Got this for you guys. In the meantime, I hope everyone's having a good day. I've been having a bit of a long one. Long story.
Ain't nobody gonna mess with the hex now. Not Scaldra, not Tech Rock. You feel me?
Fortunately, some of it was kind of
Distract
personal,
yourself.
so I can't give the full details, but... At some point, if I remember to during stream, I'll do some of the rundown. But yeah, today's gonna be mostly gonna do Veery, but his Airman. I do believe to be on like one of the weaker rotations, from what I remember. I would need to double check to be sure, but We'll have to see. That'll be something that we can do in a second. But yeah, so the TLDR of it is, as you could probably guess, I do something besides streaming. And I have a pretty decent job with some pretty decent flexibility. Go figure that recently they had a whole system issue. And because of that, that meant that several people, myself included, paychecks ain't coming properly right now due to a system bug. Which again, not the biggest issue, but it does throw a monkey wrench into things. And they got the bug fixed, but apparently there's another issue and I'm still impacted, and I know that I got a huge paycheck coming when it does come, but for what I'm still getting paid for. But the problem is that the way that it works is that a lot of the work is project-based, and I can't really do more of that work until like it's fixed. So I do a lot of that off stream or on some of the off days or anything like that too. Either in the well, on the stream days it's either in the morning or after stream, depending on the time and what's going on and all that sort of thing. So take it with a grain of salt on that. Why is it completely silent? I was gonna say it's actually, that's a good point. Has my orbiter turned off my music? I was gonna say I'm not hearing music coming out of it. It has. There we go, that's better. Actually, this is a classic one that I use for the ship, but is there any other ones that I feel like using right now?
Ordis is picking up a distress signal. Wait, no. It's just the Corpus peddling their wares again.
This is
Get off
so
the
cursed.
emergency frequency.
Let's go with Random Void. I know I've had that one before, but alright. Good to go. But yeah, like I said, it's one of those things of unfortunately I can't do any other work there. Which, I'm not saying anyone needs to go and be like, oh, give me $500 type of thing. I'm not gonna be that kind of person. If you're gonna give anything, it's gonna be on your own volition, but for me it just means I'm not stuck waiting a week or two before I can do any other work, which means I'm missing out on a little bit of money that I could be, because again, I get my earnings tracked through a secondary software, and that's the software that's having issues with the company. So, can't do any projects, meaning I can't do anything else more than I already have, because it's not tracking my hours, and oh well. Bag, Mirage, I got Limbo, I got Hydroid. Hydroid you can get from Earth. So the key's the easiest one to get rid of. These two are both Warframe quests. Honestly, at that point, I just say pick whichever one you want. Or if you've done one quest not the other, just pick whatever. Otherwise, Mirage is probably better just because Eclipse. So I'll go with that because just Eclipse is very splashable on plenty of frames. It's like Roar or Nourish. We got Total Eclipse as well. Nice. We got for the I think this is one of the weaker ones, yeah. Brought in Prime Prime, I was gonna say, like, does that burst? No, I'm thinking of Burst and Prime. But yeah, some of these are kind of just some of the weaker ones. Like the Kunai is whatever. I mean, it's headshot with Seeking and multi-shot, so basically shotguns it. But I cannot tell you the last time I've seen anyone use this in any form. So if you like the Paris Incarnate, I know you can use it because you get the Paris Prime, there's at least something, or like Skana Prime and Prisma Skana, you at least have options there. You know, Vandal, but I'm like, I don't see anyone using these three in any form. I have seen an occasional Skana Prime, but this is definitely the one that you're going to go for out of all these. I'm trying to think, is there any whichever one do I want? I'm like, I feel like I might as well pick up a second. Because I eventually want to get one of everything. Just Skana, I guess. Not like it matters too much. Oh, 3-day drop damage boost. 3-day drop. 3-day drop chance booster. Words. Words. All words. So I did a little bit of. I don't think I did my arcane melding last night. So I did some arcane farming. I did a survival mission. We were there for like half an hour. Yeah, I got a whole bunch of bodyguards. Got some blade chargers. Got a few other things. So I got anything I can actually meld into one. Do the cascade, yeah, overcharge, flare. Just 3 for the first, yeah. Sharp shot. I think that's over 2. Yes, this I can do. Lovely. 5 I need. That's 4. Do this though. Nice, nice. That's what we get more of these. Alright. That's the void. Actually, I was gonna say let's go to the Zerman right now, but I'm like, we still have to do a bunch more tech rot. Let's at least get that taken care of right now. I'm just gonna run some exterminates for that, just to get the numbers up quickly. And then we'll go prioritize some exterminate. Exterminate. We'll go prioritize some exterminates as we're doing that. We need to get some of these done.
Yo! Supply cash.
Once we do that.
A fervent charge or two will melt that lot.
Oh, this one. Oh, I know where like 5 of the things are. Okay, or you could just dash towards the one that you see me going towards. That's fine too, I guess. There we go.
Fam, tech rot's
good. Let them be angry. I want them to be angry. That is strange. I literally commented last night when I was playing with some other people. You don't ever see a Dante outside of Index, and then we get a Dante. That's a shocker and a half. Not a bad one though. Unexpected. One of those things, you know?
Nobody else will.
Okay. We'll go get you, but that works fine too. Kuba is still 150 Kuba. Partial for a reroll, but still a positive. boon right here. Otherwise, a little boon, but... No, Brittany, I told you, there's no bite command. I told you there's a different one. I still can't believe we have a Dante here, though.
You got the worst of it.
Bite the non-command. Close enough. You know what? A for effort. I can respect it. We're going. Focus. Going on that way. Good luck, please. Base, how are we doing today, Brittany? How are you? It's a rare shot you don't take, George Washington, 1973. Think you're off by a good few years. I don't even think that was his quote either, but you know, again, A for effort. There's an attempt somewhere. Ooh, mood crystal, okay. What? What is man doing? What in the name is man doing? I'm doing okay. I'm a little mentally fatigued, not gonna lie. I've been dealing with some crap all morning. So I've mentioned what I believe I told you what I do off stream in terms of work beyond just streaming. And we had a system error, and I still can't do any. Despite some stuff being fixed, I'm still bugged where I can't do any new projects, which means I can't get any money because I get paid hourly. So I'm probably gonna be down like a week or two before I'll be able to do something, which it sucks. It's unfortunate, but it happens. It's not like I'm in desperate need of cash, but it's like it's one of those things of that's still several $100s at minimum, potentially potentially a little over 1,000, definitely 1,500 worse.
Supply cash
Really depends on what I'm specifically doing for projects, because I get assigned projects every now and then, and because the payment software isn't working properly, the company payment software isn't working. That means you can't go ahead and get any new stuff because it's not tracking properly, and something, legal issues, because we can't pay you, so you can't, we've temporarily disabled your account, so you can't go ahead and do any new projects. Yeah, that's definitely true. It's one of those things that it's very frustrating. I mean, it should get resolved pretty, it should get resolved at some point, but it means for like a month or two, I don't know, a month or two, week or two. I'm gonna say a month or two. Definitely not a month or two, thank God. But yeah, a week or two, I'm just down completely from being able to do anything there, which it is what it is. It's not like I did something wrong on my end or anyone else did anything wrong. It's just software bug happens, issues happen, such is life.
Line them up and cut them down.
I was gonna say, if it was a month or two, I'd be freaking out a lot more, and I wouldn't be streaming today. I'd be like, hey, something came up, I'm in a really bad emergency situation. We are not streaming today, I have other, more important priorities. But yeah, it's one of those things that just, because of the fact I'm paid hourly, I can't do much because of that. Because I was on like a strict salary of like yearly basis, probably wouldn't be that big an issue. I could do something, but it's the best that I could do with that for the time. I think it's a decent job anyway, but a lot of flexibility too. Just, hey, unfortunately that stuff happens, like I said. But we're not gonna dwell on that too much. Just obviously hearing that back after they said that they mostly fixed some stuff there, than myself still being impacted and still to talk to people more. Them going, yeah, we just can't have you do anything right now. But oh well. You're not here to hear me talk about what's going on with my external stuff, so. If you do, because I don't think you, if you do pick up Warframe as well, I'll be more than happy to get you into some stuff as well. I know we played VOD before. I know if you're interested in playing some Warframe, I could drop whatever I'm doing. We can figure out what you need to do, and we'll get you picked up from there. No, I appreciate it. Where is it? I dumped that. I love that this rifle just turns into just a casual first rifle. It just turns into a shotgun. Like, look at all them holes. I would not want to be filled with those. Sounds painful. Especially when, like, the actual weapon itself, the bolts that it fires out, pin you to a wall. If you get killed and get shot into a wall. There a chat where we're just... honestly, fair enough. I mean, at least, hey, you and a friend have some kind of place to be able to do that. That's pretty healthy to be able to do. I know there's some people that are like, oh, you shouldn't do that because, you know, you're a man or you're a woman or people need to be doing this and that. It's like, no, you gotta have some kind of situation where you can talk about life with each other and just be there for each other. You know, your friends. That, and it's one of those things that just bottling it all up is gonna do no one any benefit. All it's gonna do is end up stressing you out. I'm at 800,000 right, dang. I need to switch up. No, I appreciate that. Like you said, it's just pretty important to take care of mental health. It's just something in general, because I know there's a lot of people that just don't care about that sort of thing, which I don't know why you wouldn't, but it is what it is there. I sure have creepy sock vacations.
Plotting route.
But yeah, people forget how important just any kind of good work-life balance is, because if you just burn yourself down to the core, you know, you're just going to be in a worse situation, arguably, then. Because, like I say, physical issues, you know, that's at least something there. Maybe you can figure something out. You know, you at least know your limitations there. You burn yourself out completely and mentally.
Tried and died.
That's a lot rougher because we don't have as much, you know, resources for that sort of thing. Not say that we can't take care of it, but
cutters and shooters gripped.
You know, it's not like you're sick with a flu and we can just go ahead and get you a cure, or, you know, hey, you got a cold or a virus.
Got a solid move. Abandoned supply cache.
With burnout or other such issues, there's only so many things that you can do, and we have so many options available for that sort of thing.
Before it's smoked. Seen?
Seen and heard, good fellow. Oh, Brittany, are you going to be available to watch tomorrow? I'm going to go back to trying to fight some of the Architecture on Popo. I don't think... I actually got to show you some of that fight. Can I pick that up, please? What the? Okay. I wonder why that was not working there. Back there. This is the, okay, I don't think it's one of these. I'm gonna get yoinked, I'll take it myself then. he have it or do I do it? I made this down twice, so I wasn't sure. Okay, so one more. It'll be like regular time. It'll be like 2 o'clock, 2:30 at the latest, I imagine. Only time where I generally go later is usually on Saturdays, and that's just because I do my social games later in the day because a lot of people tend to be
proper pissed off.
available later in the
Hitters
day.
coming out of every
My
nook and
experience.
crook. I say, yo, tech rock signals down to 50%. Take him to
Got one more architecture. Well, fair enough, fair enough. Yeah, I wouldn't be like, oh, prioritize me over a New York friends there, you know. I mean, it's cool if you can come by, but like, if you can't, it's whatever as well. I'm never gonna be the kind of person to be like, you're expected to show up here, now, or else. Because frankly, that's ridiculous. Everyone's got their own stuff going on with life.
We became a group because we have love for music.
Hey boy, stay down.
Fame you work for feels better than fame that's handed to you.
Snipe. Oh, I'm almost halfway through. To be fair, I'd probably be doing a lot quicker if I just made it entirely solo, but less rewards. Where's Massachusetts? Huh. Neat. I can't say I've been to Massachusetts outside of very briefly. That was mostly just because we're passing through it at one point. There, I will. There's a whole entire pizza right there. That's the wrong way. Throwing me off with a copy of it. Oh, it's down below. But yeah, I don't think you gotta see the Arc 10 for the Rompopo fight. The Star 1. It was something, let me tell you. I've done like 5 run-throughs of it. And I've gotten close to killing it while solo. But that thing is nasty. Then I'm like, it just might be fun. Because you kind of missed Monday, and I'm like, I do want to at least show you that. Also, we changed over to the Halloween stuff. It looks so cool. I'm sure you'd probably like it. Ooh. That is always pretty nice to be able to meet someone that just has a mutual interest. Especially in like those unexpected places of like, hey, it's a friend over at, you know, some kind of convention or going to some kind of party or something like that. You get to make a nice lifelong friend. Because you never go into those kind of things expecting to walk out with a new friend or two out of it. You know, maybe make an acquaintance or two, but Alright, there we go. That's another one down. Let's see what we're at right now. I think we're at like 2... I know we're not at 300. I was gonna say about 240. I'm 1 off. That's basically correct though. Okay. So we're a little under halfway. I don't... I've never gotten to go to... over a human chain of people and race to be the first one to Matthew Lillard's line. You know what? Fair. Respectable. Also, just the mental imagery of that is amazing. any more of these. There's something nearby. That's above. Okay, that's like the edge of it right there. It wouldn't have been. Oh, we got it. Excellent. That should be another arcane.
Tech rot's well known.
People are
Situation
vision.
about proper mental.
Oh boy. Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm not surprised. You go to anything, you go to any kind of major convention or party or anything of that sort, you're always gonna have someone there, fortunately. And it's just on that basis of people can be rabid in those kind of situations. Especially if it's like, oh, I only have time for, you know, a handful of signatures, unfortunately. Wait until those lines. I mean, have you heard about the Taylor Swift? I don't go to like Taylor Swift concerts, not with my family, but I've heard stories of people who have of how crazy trying to go there is. Oh, there we go. Stuttered for a moment. Just drop there. I think we had. Did Gerda do something, or do we have someone leave? Pay attention before. I could not imagine going to like a Taylor Swift concert or anything of that sort, considering how nightmarish I hear the tickets are to get. And even if you do have like front row seats, you have people that will not only steal your seats if given the opportunity for it, but I've heard people getting jumped for their tickets outside. Which is crazy. You have people that intentionally show up without tickets to jump other people. I could not imagine having that happen. Like, thank God on that one. But even if I forget Taylor, we can just put in any group for that matter. That sort of thing ever happened. I ain't going to that again. They're that popular that you get jumped for tickets. Because, like, we've gone to a couple live shows for a couple different things, but then we put a comedy one. But, like, luckily that went... I was gonna say, actually, it was for a comedy show. You ever watch Impractical Jokers by any chance, Brittany? We got to actually go see one of the things live that they were doing at one point. It was the episode of, you know that episode where Q got handcuffed to the mime? I did the wrong way again. Yeah, we were there when that happened. They did like 4 shows in that area. And every single time you could see him getting... So we didn't go through all of them. We were at the 3rd show. But I do remember being more exasperated. And he's like, this is the 3rd show today where you've tried doing some stuff. Could you please give me some space for once? And then the mime started pouting. It's so funny.
Over and out, fam. Jobs are good. Nice.
So funny. It was like we had like front row seats, but we had some really solid seats too. You could see everything without too much issue. It wasn't like an awkward angle or anything either. The auditorium. Like, I remember that. It was a really fun memory. A lot of guys. We're at 350, that's fine. Got over 100. think we've done anything else that was super fun, at least that I can think of off the top of my head. So I know because guys, so we did a lot of really fun things growing up, but like, that's one of the ones that was just, at least in the relevant in the context of the story. Because like I could tell you about some other fun things that we've done, but they would be no way related. It's like going to like a concert or going to see a show or anything. We did go on a cruise when I was in 3rd grade though. It was a good time. We were in
sign-ups for the timeline maintenance team. Make a difference in your
why not just
community.
warping? I could just warp. But when I was younger, in 3rd grade, we went to Italy for a couple of days there, and then we went to a cruise, or went on a cruise for like a week. So we went to little other parts of Italy, because we were in Venice. When they say about don't jump into the water because you get sick, that's not a joke, by the way. I remember my younger sister getting sick from that just because she touched the water a little bit with her hand. And then we were on a cruise ship, and it was pretty good. They had a live show every single night, where each one of them had like a different theme. So like one of them was like a circus theme, and one of them was like it was like mirrors and like smoke and illusions. It was like an illusion kind of theme. I'm trying to remember what some of the other ones were, but it was really fun. But we also got to see let's see, because we were off the coast of Mediterranean, so we got to see a lot of Greece. I remember got like Rhodes, Santorini, a few other places. We ended up going by Sicily at one point or another. We didn't get a stop at Sicily, unfortunately. But we did go by it. We could see some of the houses and whatnot. It's a really nice place from what I could see of it, from what I remember. We got to France as well. Have you ever been to the Louvre before? We did get to... We got to see part of Notre Dame when we were in France. Not all of it, but part of it was closed off to the public. This was before it burnt down, for context. I was much, much younger. Ah,
Scout
dang.
supply cache in the area. You get near.
Alright, clearly I need to bring you out of the US at some point.
Destruct. Need to be quick.
I
to
get some
the
spare
goods.
money that I don't mind dropping down for a trip. I'm bringing you with me, clearly. We're packing your things, Brittany.
Yo! Supply cache clocked you. A fervent charge or two will melt that lot.
You need to leave here ASAP. Yoink. I see number 2 right there. And just number 4, here we go. There we go. And it's always worth it because it increases the enemy spawns, but we also get an arcane out of it, guaranteed.
I say.
What do you guys have? The Equinox, Volt Prime, Uriel. No, none of you. That could be a male. Could be. Look, I don't see anything that would cost. We have a Necros. Oh, there it is. I wonder what this is. We're going to, we were in Germany for like 3 years at one point. Because Papa Crack used to work for the government. We got the opportunity to go to Germany for 3 years at one point. Well, then we extended it for another year to 4. But we've been to France, we've been to part of Italy. We got to see a lot of castles. You know, Germany has like a ton of castles in comparison to a lot of other places in Europe. It's the highest density of castles in general. Okay. Drop the bar. Come up. We gotta see a couple other classics like Neuschwanstein. we actually got a good tour for it. Oh, it was so cool getting to see the inside of it, especially knowing what it used to look like. Because they had some, not necessarily like restored. I mean, some of it was partially restored, but they also had some artist renditions of some of what the original castle would have looked like. Some of the ruins that they hadn't gotten in there. Oh, it was so cool. I know I'm glazing it, but to be fair, it's memories like that that you always remember. I know we've been to a few other places. Where have we gone to? Go to the Czech Republic briefly. We've been to Hungary. We went to Prague. Been to the Black Forest. Been to the Netherlands. We've been to the Van Gogh Museum. We've been to Amsterdam. We got to the Tulip Gardens as well. Now, let me tell you, that was something. Then the Tulip Gardens had a small museum section to it in the Tulip Gardens with the talk about the whole history. So you know, at one point there was like the big tulip craze over in the Netherlands, right? The point where people would trade tulips for ridiculous, like tulip bulbs for basic common necessities. We were treating it like it was like a gold, but. The opportunity was there. We go into this. Alright, I need you to stay. I wish I would have so slow sometimes. But that's fine. To be fair, still faster in space form.
You got the worst of it. Now come on home, fam.
Battle machine, son. But yeah, we gotta actually go through the Tulip Garden, like I said. They had the whole section about the tulip craze. And even as the tulips being grown, they had some really weird colored tulips. They had some of them that were like multiple colors, which you would not expect to be a thing, mind you. It was definitely pretty unique, to put it bluntly. It was definitely something that was really unique. Because you had, like, tulips that had 3 different colors to them. Like, I remember seeing one that was a mix of, like, red, yellow, and orange. It was supposed to be, like, fiery looking. And it did. It looked, like, fiery. It looked real fiery. And I remember seeing one that was, like... I'm trying to think, what was the other one that we had? We had a black one. It was, like, a mix of black, pink, and like green. Yeah, green, black, and pink tulips were a thing. I don't know how or why, but they were. Oh, we're about 50 more, 55 more exactly. But we got to the Van Gogh Museum as well with Vincent Van Gogh. We got to see some of his classics in there. And they even had like a little fun little activity sheet for us because we were still young enough where... This is years and years and years ago. So we got to see like Starry Night that was there. All the classics, like the sunflower paintings, potato eaters. Of self-portraits and portraits to other people. And then they had a lot of the, it's not just a question about the context, but they also had an audio tour that was relating to a lot of the actual, all the actual paintings themselves, provide some context about them. It's made it just that much more interactive. we had a trip. We had one other memorable trip that I can think of. It was just Papa Croc and me and one of my sisters. The older of my two younger sisters, but the three of us. We were going over to Pigeon Forge, Tennessee. We hadn't taken a vacation in a few years, and Papa Croc was like, "Yeah, we've not done anything. Why not?"
Supplies destroyed.
Actually, I completely forgot about that. I'm not gonna lie.
Next time, yeah?
So went to Pigeon Forge. We got to see Dollywood and go through that.
Job's a good one. Nice one.
We got to see there's a the Ripley's Aquarium. I have a video from there at some point of the live Piranha feeding we got to see. It was so cool. They had penguins. I remember they had penguins there. And some of the penguins were smart enough that they knew how to make art, and they taught them how to paint. Which, you know, for penguin standards, that's really cool. Just painting penguins that are able to paint. Painting penguins. Also had, I guess, a shark. There's a ray feeding that was there. Paint twins, yes. They had it was like manta rays and like cow rays that were in a tank, and we gotta watch them get fed as well because we came in at the right time. Oh, they had this giant fossil of like a turtle, and it was like, I'm trying to think how big it was. You know, like those giant 70-inch TVs? Lengthwise, bigger than that. And height-wise, it wouldn't have been too off from like what you'd expect from like one of those 70-inch wide TVs. Like, it was huge. They were hanging it. And it was like it was a full turtle. It was a real turtle skeleton and everything. So cool. They had seahorses. They had pot-bellied seahorses. They had an octopus, but the octopus was very shy because, I mean, it's an octopus. I'm not gonna say anything against the octopus. It's more just one of those things of octopus was kind of shy just because of the fact of, you know, they're kind of in, at least the kind that it was. I don't remember the exact type of octopus it was, but the type that it was an octopus that generally tends to end up living in deeper water. So it needed a really, really dark tank. And as a result, it also just doesn't like noise. So, I will go this one, I guess. So I'll give me some tech rot enemies to finish it off. You'd fight an octopus on land or in water, because those are two very different circumstances. Oh, let's see what else we had. There's an area with like sharks in there. That one was really cool. So with that one, it was like one of those that had a conveyor belt that you kind of just followed along. It would take you along. And with the conveyor belt, you know, you slowly got to move. It wasn't like a super fast moving one either. It was just a pretty slow moving one.
Our faithful Kabat has roused the prey. Bring it down.
So you got to go ahead and grab a little thing, a little seat, or you can just kind of walk along it, or, you know, whatever. And get this guy going real quick.
It's on the move.
But yeah, so you had a whole bunch of sharks. There was some tiger sharks in there. There was a great white. A few others.
Harvest it.
Neat. And it was cool to see how big some of them were and how calm they were too.
It is done.
Just like you would not
With a
expect
flee
some of
to
those to
extraction
be as
now,
calm
or
as they
if you
were.
have it in you, ask Kalimos
I mean, I
to
get the
find
sharks.
next leg of sight.
I guess the sharks aren't
Remember,
necessarily
the tech
as
rot
aggressive as
evolves quickly, and your next battle will be harder still.
trying to talk right now, Eleanor. Please, please, Eleanor. Wait, I get that people do have a fear of sharks in some cases, but they're a lot less aggressive than people make them out to be.
Albania and her people funneled into this monster. Kalimos awaits.
Following up. Exactly, yeah, dolphins are way more aggressive. And people are like, oh, dolphins are cute, they're adorable, they wouldn't hurt a fly. Yes, they would. They're mean. Dolphins are way meaner than people think. That and the fact if they get aggressive towards humans. There have been cases of dolphins drowning humans. Not often talked about, but there are cases. 4,200 endo, dang. You drown a human. Maybe don't drown a person, please. That doesn't sound very legal. And also, it sounds like a really bad time. What is this? Brittany, are you seeing these numbers? $499 out of 500. Are you serious right now? We needed one more. Of course. Oh, I should have expected as such. I should have expected it. I'm just gonna go for exterminate. I'm not gonna take a bounty. I'm just doing an exterminate.
Schooled your purge squad thought to sweep the block.
I don't care.
So we're cleaning up the whole damn mess. Make things right. See.
There we go. So I didn't see before, I'm like, okay, we probably are pretty close, and then, like, maybe we got it on the last one. Nah. A 207 would have been great if I needed a lot more. But say, having started solo, that's a very unusual amount to have gotten in the 200s. Usually it's like a 160 to 140 to do solo. Oh, not gonna make much of a difference. They're all gonna die either way. They're all fodder. They are relics.
Solid move.
Fuel for my
Abandoned
relics.
supply cache. Now listen up. If you get
Blood
closer,
for the blood
you can
god.
start a countdown.
Eye for the relic god. Something along those lines.
See? Supply cache flipped into self-destruct. Get work, see? Fewer further
Oh, what else do we have? We
charges
gotta see a bird sanctuary as well. Like some of those parrots, like some there's like rare parrots and like they had magpies. They had the exact species of magpie, but it was some specifically one really rare one. They had bald eagles there. They trained a magpie to collect donations, and it was so cute. So it was a little magpie that had a hat on. They gave him a little hat, and he would take his hat off. He'd take his little bird hat off and hold it in his beak while hopping around, for people to toss little coins into and whatnot.
Tech road's proper
Oh, I keep
pissed off.
going the wrong way.
Hitters coming out of every nook and crook. I say, let him come.
And they'd even trained him on how to effectively say thank you. I mean, obviously it wasn't a verbatim thing, where he wasn't directly saying thank you like we can, because, you know, it's a bird. And even like magpies and crows and parrots, of course, they seem super intelligent. They do have certain limitations in vocal capabilities. In comparison to us. It's the fact that he could say, I never said thank you. But the fact that he could say thank you in some capacity, do a little call afterwards, was really cool. Like that whole trip, there was a lot of super nice stuff that I can remember. The Dollywood, the aquarium, the bird sanctuary. That's another Dante. We're getting so many Dantes today in comparison to usual. There's not a ton, like not on every single round, but you know, more often than you would regularly get one. Yeah, they even have like little baby chicks, like some of the parrots. And some of them were like you could take some of the babies and like buy them, but you had to have like a permit for keeping endangered birds and like trying to help release them back, trying to help repopulate them and all that. And even then, some of the babies, or like some of the more like for some of the species, were still like $3,000 per one. And some of them have requirements of requiring to have 2 to 3. So that's $6,000 to $9,000 plus. That's not accounting for like any kind of specific care requirements they have or anything. So I was kind of curious. I was asking at one point or another because you know, they had some people that were like, "Oh, if anyone has any questions, come feel free to ask us." Then they had a little open area with birds that you can get, like some of the parrots that were mentioned there, or even just in general, like say some parakeets. There's like this one bird, he refused to get off of me. He decided that he was gonna sit on my shoulder and he was just gonna vibe there, whether I liked it or not.
Over and out.
And then a second one landed on me on the opposite shoulder.
Nice one.
Oh, it was such a funny experience. Because like even when I tried to move my hand there, or like my arm, he just adjusted himself. He just moved to somewhere else on my body and just survived there. And then he started screeching at me whenever I tried to leave. It's small things like that. It's the small things like that. I don't know, have you been on any kind of fun vacations before, Brittany? Be it inside the US or outside the US? Any kind of fun stories like that? And then besides, like, I know you mentioned about the convention. Well, actually, multiple conventions, because I know you've talked about a couple of the ones you've been to. But you got any kind of fun stories on your end that you haven't mentioned already? I'm kind of curious. Then I've kind of just been rambling about some of my experiences and some of what I've done before. I feel like it's not fair. Well, no, it's not fair, but it's one of those things of I don't want to I want to keep going ahead and going the entire time and just rambling for a long time. It's like a horror concert for the MLB. Ooh, that's cool. NFL Hall of Fame. Oh, we want here. I don't think I've ever been to either of those. I know Papa Croc would absolutely go nuts though if you got to go to the NFL Hall of Fame. This would be great, but this is just more likely that I'm playing someone there. I'm gonna hold off on intentionally taking this, because what I could do is I can wait till it's like Saturday, get this, and then I can get not this one, but the this one right there. I'll have 6 days worth, which means I'll have it for next week as well. So I'll hold off on that for right now. Alright, let's go to the Zeraman. Do some farming there. I'm also gonna switch over to Torrid. I feel like switching out of the Motivore. Let's go with Hate. Hate's not bad. I've got built decently enough. Well, We'll do that. We'll do this one. We'll just burn some relics. It's gonna be ensuring that we got plenty of people there. We just toss some relics in. Really, I'm just using the relic as a price for admission. We could get a whole bunch of stuff. Given we're not gonna be doing the steel path variation, because we'd be getting probably a little bit more, but get your hat stolen once by Jason Voorhees. Did he put it on afterwards? Was it like Jason's actor, or was it like someone dressed up as Jason?
Enemy
But yeah, fair. That's
activity has
fair.
enraged the Void Angels.
Obviously, everyone has their own
They're
different
ripping the Albrecht
experiences, so
memory, exposing this entire ship to a void flood.
There are void fissures in the area. Use these to crack open a relic.
no, there's also going to be a fissure.
I designed this system to
In
deliver
Pokemon.
Vitablast directly
It's a
to
one-hit
void
kill.
ruptures. It'd be nice if that design worked in practice.
Unless you
Gather
got
up
sturdy, in
nearby
which case you're
Vitablast
immune to
and
it.
Bring it to the ruptures.
A fissure. Defend yourself and use reactive to open relics.
I could slot Berserker Fury on this at some point later. Because like that extra speed that you get from Berserker Fury feels so good. It feels so slow in comparison.
They're dropping reactant. Use it to
And I think the
crack
extra
open
speed
a
would
relic.
probably be really useful,
Don't
honestly, because
forget
extra
reactant. You need
attack
more
speed.
to open that relic.
Yeah, it's just like do Weary, except I actually have a limit. If we go over that limit, we lose. Start popping some of these ruptures. Alright, start feeding this one. Bring one of those. As we were waiting in line, there was a small.
You may notice combat conditions worsening.
Oh, that's cool. Oh, that's cool.
Rupture sealed.
There we go. I just use my phone because I can say just finally a bit on my screen.
The angels have
But yeah,
torn
that's
open another
really cool,
rupture.
honestly. Just
Fill
getting.
it with Vitablast before this
You know how many
whole
people
ship
would
goes
probably be
topsy-turvy.
dying for an interaction like that, even for something small like that?
That's it. You've opened the relic.
I
Finish
can't
your
lie.
mission.
I'm a little
Take look
envious.
inside.
And I haven't even gotten a chance to go to any kind of horror con. Now I'm envious. Let's see if that one wasn't done.
Wow! Vitablast sealed that rupture. Just as I knew it would.
I hope you know it would. We've done this too many times. If it stopped doing that, I'd be moderately concerned. I'm inside that hat. I told him why. That's great. Honestly, if I get the means to, I might just do so. Yeah, it sounds like a great time, honestly. Feels like an absolutely amazing time, even. Sorry, I need you to explode this thing, Cam. I believe this is the last one before the relic pops, unless it's the fourth one. Yeah, select attackers, alright. Thought it was 3.
Void floods have a tendency to wash in terrible things.
Yeah, like
One
me.
of those things is approaching. Do be careful.
I'm one of those terrible things. Void gel out of that. I'm gonna start collecting some of these because we're gonna be going for another round in a second or two. Guys, the round over.
Interesting. They can be destroyed. You
Like I'm
can
at
always
max.
do more. But
I
if
didn't
you
see it go
can't,
up at all.
I have marked an extraction point.
A little smaller than I was hoping, but eh. Okay, this is not bad. Prime receiver. It's still 45 ducats. I can always toss that in the junker later. Fortunately, it does mean that with only 3 of us, we're only going to be getting... This is the end of the mission now. We only got to get one thing in there. Still, 3 options isn't terrible. I don't mind doing 3. 2 sometimes on occasions. Ooh. Ooh. I love that. Flush the cough. Doesn't happen. I'm gonna spit from my throat. Blech. We get lucky, we get that 10% chance or that 2% for the, I think it's that basic one that he put in. So to be fair, I don't know why you would do a basic on Aya Relic unless you're trying to get something else out of it besides the Vauban systems. There we go. Alright, that one's done.
Rupture closed.
Alright, I need you to die. Thank you. It's not very nice to spawn Jade Blade on top of people, you know, a giant laser through the face. We don't like that. It's very unpleasant. Especially when it causes you to catch on fire afterwards if you don't die. Like, Brittany, I'm sure that's, I mean, you can agree with me. That sounds extremely unpleasant, right? Sounds very particularly painful. It's not even just gonna be like your face singeing, it's just gonna be... Oh. I find pleasantries in that. Yo, sure. If that sounds pleasant for you, who am I to judge? Sure. Oh, here, Cassie. Not bad. Honestly, as long as we don't get these void complications too much, because they'll get, yeah, shield drain's bad.
Void saturation causing further complications.
So to be fair, whenever it hits each stage, like we can reduce it down, and then it goes back up, we'll get something different. Shield drain is one of the worst ones because potentially gotten that or like a life drain. That's basically just less HP equivalent of. I'm gonna do that for right now. I can spam this out for a bit. I don't know why I went for Mercy Kill on that. I don't know why I did it. Dealing with all these. Nice. Apparently the answer is no, I cannot. Man, that just means we get stronger enemies, certain types. We can start spawning in. That's not the worst, honest. Ooh. That's not bad. Or not good. I guess that guy's Vozarin, because that's an arcane drive. That would have been an instant one. It's definitely gotta be an arcane one, because that would be an instant one no matter what. Most of the time you gotta press and hold. Vozarin's the only one I guess is an instant one. Or arcane. I would know because I did Vozarin first for a while. So then you get around to capping it off, but I don't really have much I can spend it on until I get myself another Watcher Jiggy, which that'll take a bit. And then at that point I'm getting a double drop modifier if I want to get that for another one, for another weapon. Otherwise this could be a long grind, because each of those missions is 12 minutes, or 10 minutes before you can get anything. It's like 12 minutes for each one. Yeah, 12 minutes then, yeah. Which, you know, there's no shame in that. It's just, unfortunately, there is no way to skip through. Even if you get, like, 8 things and you still got time. You gotta do it full each time. Where's the Rax guy at? Let's go. Bye. I will just shoot you in my operator form. I do not care. Also, yes, my gun is in fact called Belt Prime.
Self-extract at the marked location.
My gun is in fact called the Belt. Vasto Prime on both is unfortunate. I'll take the Ceto Prime over it. Just because it's 45. I can either junk it, I can sell it, it's whatever. Yeah, I'm not really needing a bunch of Vastos right now. So B13, I guess. That's whatever. Are they both going? They're going. I'll leave too. Okay, they are leaving. That's fine. Honestly, I like go check the Steel Path one and see if that one's available after this. Anything relic-wise on that. If there is, we'll go for that then, because that'll be ensuredly having a good amount of people, higher drop rate. If not, we can just stay here for a bit. Well, not in this exact mission, but you get what I mean. To the exit, wherever the exit is. This way. Following the green. That's not following the green. This was the green. Alright, there we go.
Let me in. Let me in.
Let me in! Let me in! I don't know what I'm doing. Let's wait for these people and then... Oh, we got some decent stuff either way. Nothing too amazing, but we got a little bit of... We also got fractalized reset, that's not terrible. I mean, something. I have 406 Ribbon Slivers now? Dang. Should probably spend some of them. Well, let me leave the Chrysolith. First of all, let's go do that and actually spend some of them like I was saying. And then second of all, we'll see what's available for the Zeramin. So do want one of those endless missions we can get a bunch of relics out. That's still a lot more than I thought I had. I knew I had a decent amount, but... Paladino, give me your secrets, I guess. Hand over your Riven mods. Ooh, that's a good one. Because, like, even if I don't want to crack this, because there's a good chance that I could get some junk, I could just sell the raw Riven rifle mod without, you know, actually popping the challenge on it, or even cracking it. And I could probably sell this for a good bit of platinum, because it's usually like 5 to 10 per, depending on whoever's buying, for a rifle Riven. My melee weapon's not terrible either. Honestly, while we're here, I'll go ahead and buy 5,000 Kuva. I got plenty. You know, while we're here, I'm gonna go make some Cortege rolls. We need some luck. I already know what I'm looking for on this thing. Oh, I'm almost at 70,000 again. I can actually almost max out a mod. Yeah, I sold off a lot of my rifles, or I used a lot of them for my rifles. Still need more shotgun ones I still need. And then I got a bunch of melees. Honestly, I might start cracking a couple of them. I did get like a Coda Motivore one at one point, which is one I have in mine. Which is exactly what I have. Where is my ribbons? Got a Felarx. I've got... This is one I use in my Coda Motivore set. It's not anything particularly amazing, but that attack speed... Having over double attack speed when I have this in there, as well as the Berserker Fury, I get 2 kills. I believe it's like 70% attack speed from that with 2 stacks. And since it's additive, that's 2.1 times attack speed, more or less. Which is good. It's really good. Considering that this weapon is a hammer. This one. It's considered a hammer. Hammers are generally pretty slow, and this thing has a good range already because I got the pierce on it. So it actually has that built-in extra range. You can see I have a little bit less range than I would. And you go, well, it's only 2.5. Well, no. I have it on pierce, so it's automatically 4. It defaults to slash, I believe, is the
angry
thing.
I may require maintenance after all.
If I had, as you can see, I got a whole bunch of got Gladiator Rush, got Auger Strike, as you see, piercing for puncture. If I was running like slash heavy, its appearance would change, and also just it would have different stuff there. Sadly, just slash sucks on this. It doubles, as you can see right here, 40% attack speed for impact. I get a free reach mod for puncture, and slash has a 100% extra status chance. This is a Gen Rush build? Nah. But like, you'd think, oh, 100% extra status chance would be great. Nah, it only doubles your base status. It doesn't impact, so if I had like, say, 40%, instead of getting 80, right, I'd only have 70%. It only doubles that base 30% to 60. Which sounds great until you realize the other options are just extra range, so you have 4 meters base without any reach mods, but you can still add another one in. Or you can get extra attack speed. I basically have the impact. I mean, look at 40% extra attack speed. I basically have an impact and a pierce in one with this rivet. Then I really enjoy Shattering Storm's combo. I did change out the actual polarity. Not just because I got this one as opposed to the other. I mean, I've actually got Crushing Ruin, because it was originally for this one. But I also just like Shattering Storm a lot more. It's more fun to use, in my opinion. But like, I'll just slap a Shattering Storm into here. Like, let me go get, I'll just show you. Like, let me just put Impact on. Heavy Trauma, Saxothorax, Shattering Impact. That's actually not got anything there. As you can see, it actually changes. You can see it's a lot flatter now. That's the thing I really love about this weapon too. It actually physically changes appearances based on what you have for yours. Though the sprite of it always defaults to the impact version. Or if we put slash on there. Strike, Jagged Edge. Also, this thing has a gimmick. Normally these are not as high as they are. This is 120%. It's just, these are 6 times as powerful for any of the stuff there. So that's a lot more. As you can see, it's got a lot more spikes. This was my favorite design out of all of it, but I just wish it was better. Because like, I do have 78%, but as you can see, I removed the 1. I only get this. Like, let me put some status in here. So gotta remember that I have extra 18%. What's the one I used? Slash. So what's the equivalent of? Because if I do, I can put that on. Carnus Mandible. Was it Carnus one? No. Maybe Jugulant. Jugulant Barbs. Yeah, Jugulant Barbs. Like, as you can see, it's still boosted to 48%, as opposed to, you know, thing there. Same bonus. Because this is 18% extra just added on. So as you can see, this was 78% compared to the thing there. And this was slashed versus this now being pierce, because I put some extra pierce on there. As you can see, highest physicals pierce. So it takes the extra range. So yeah, it only doubles the base status for slash, which is unfortunate. You'd think, because it'd be really good if it actually doubled it like it's supposed to. Because the way that it's worded, it feels like it should double your final status chance. But, it only means your base goes up to 60%, which I mean still is usable, but compared to extra attack speed or extra range, just not worth it in comparison. Especially because it already has decent crit chance to begin with. Check this out with Berserker Fury on this. If I didn't, I'm gonna.
Please return.
Sport Strike is nice.
Safe and
I might. Berserker Fury's solid. I should start using it because yeah, that's 70% if I get 2 kills with it. I actually might chip off that reach mod, just because I still have really decent reach anyway, and I do have range whenever I do the Watch for Jiggy. Not mind cutting that down a little bit. That's really the only thing that changes outside of my attack speed going. Should be going up. I mean, obviously it won't show now because, you know, thing there, but as you can see, it's much slower. It's like less than 1 time speed. Only way to get there is if I take off Spoiled Strike, which that's a lot less damage. It's kind of necessary for a lot of builds. Usually toss in something like Magnetic Rush to counter it. Unfortunately, Hate's also just kind of slow to begin with. And then you don't really have much there besides like Parry or any of the Tennokai ones. This should at least bring up the speed to not super slow. And yes, this is pink as well. The actual original, just put it on right here, would be green because it's supposed to be the Jade skin. Got this from doing Jade Shadows, and then there's the Belly of the Beast event. That came basically right afterwards. And the Stalker actually uses, after you do the Jade Shadows quest, he actually uses this skin for it. I also have this one. I love that this one's still around. This candy cane one. Unfortunately, whenever you do change to your incarnate form, it does default it to the base one. Because it has a specific skin for the incarnate form. And it doesn't change with like either of these two, or this one, or any of these. But it is still cool. Go back to the pink one. This one was another one that, since I'm showing stuff, I might as well show it now. This was a nightmare to get because this is a boss drop, and I was able to eventually find it from someone that was selling a copy of it for dummy cheap. The amount of people that tried to charge me like 100 platinum for 1 copy of this, even despite me knowing I could get it for like 20, if it really came down to it, was crazy. You had so many people that were trying to charge me like 80 to 100. Eventually some guy gave me a really good deal because he said he had like 8 copies of it and didn't know what to do with them. So he sold it to me for like 5 platinum. Even despite me telling him, hey, I'm willing to pay more. He's like, nah, just take it, 5 platinum. I'm not gonna complain about. That was a good deal for me. I have this guy built, more or less. I want to use this more. I just need to actually get... Well, first of all, I need to actually finish leveling some of these mods, but it's an endo issue more than anything. I want the incarnate on this, too. And I just don't... Buddy, I don't think your hand is supposed to be clipping through the gun. Like, there's an entire magazine right there that kind of spins around and does its thing. How are we... How are... Sevi, how are we doing that? Sure. Like, I get this, because it's strut. You get the little grip right there. But, eh. I feel like playing. Let's switch out Sevi for a bit. I've been playing him today a lot. I know Wisp has the other skill. I need to actually get around to... So many Oberon Prime. Let's go Mesa. Let's go Mesa. Let's bring out Cowboy. Or I guess Cowgirl more accurately. Now I just need to find a good mission. This is not going to be where it is. I can guarantee you it's not going to be where it is right there. Unfortunately, it's no Zeramin, but like I'm fine with that. We'll do this.
This embryonic fluid injector has been recalibrated to wreak havoc on Tal Regor's cloning operation.
Is this the one?
Defend the injector for as long as possible to ensure
it
maximum
is.
damage.
Okay, this is the one that I wanted. This is the setup that I wanted.
Use these to crack open a relic.
Where we are, sometimes it's this, and sometimes it's more of a traditional target. We got the funny target.
A fissure. Defend yourself and use reactive to open relics.
You got Frost? That's a pretty rare sight.
Defeat the corrupted
Frost Prime.
and use the reactive to open a relic.
It's not because Frost is bad or anything, it's just no one plays him.
Want to open that relic.
Fun fact for all my Warframe players. Frost Prime was one of the first they actually had some kind of major thing for in terms of his Prime. They had a major event in there, because there's a I wasn't playing at the time, so you have to bear with me because my memory and understanding of the event is a little foggy. So from my understanding, they had some kind of event where if you completed it, you could get a, I don't remember, was it the parts for Frost Prime, or it was the full-on Frost Prime for participating in the event a while back. This was years and years ago. Like, you're talking more than half a decade ago. So... way before I started playing. So I think we're talking like, what, 2018 roughly, somewhere around there, 2016? Again, I'd have to look at specifics, but I can't right now, it's running that mission. But I know there's somewhere, and it's just, as I said, I was not playing at that time, and I got only a foggy recollection of that. I do know that he was like the first frame to actually get something major of that sort. Well, that and the fact that I know Excalibur Umbra is supposed to effectively be your free Excalibur Prime. It's just obviously Excalibur Prime was mechanically the same as regular Excalibur originally. And it was a Founders Edition. No, I got enough. Anything that's in that red circle dies. Save some energy for right now. Or we can just get back to full.
Extraction is ready.
I mean, that works too.
Unless you can handle more of the enemy.
Boop. 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 Now that's a given. I don't think I need to explain why we're taking the gold. I guess that's a rare. And I think that was only, I don't think that was a Radiant either. If it was a regular, then it was a 2%. Who cares what titles everyone has? I mean, I have Forever. It doesn't have one. Champion of the Lotus, and then doesn't have one. I got mine selected. D9 Radiant, not bad. A7 Radiant, ooh. Ooh, Death Cube and Atlas Prime parts, okay. Actually, I wouldn't mind if we got that Atlas Prime Cassie blueprint. Would not be bad at all. I'm gonna scan this thing. Anything that breathes in my vicinity will be shot Clint Eastwood style. If anything actually gets to that far. Okay, now we are. It does shrink over time whenever I start shooting more, but... See, this is... I don't even have the best built Mesa with best built regulators either. Like, if I had better, I could be absolutely smoking everything. But, still really solid fire rate. As long as I have the energy to sustain. We got Midas just vibing with it. I don't know we got Midas go watch. What I probably do is I just need to check to see if we got... I think I had the means to build one of... I think it was Iriga or Jin or something like that. I had the means for the base death cube. I still haven't gotten around to making a lot of those other ones, like a lot of the other companions. I know I have water tube for it. Because that would definitely give me some free standing. Well, I do like having Midas with us. He's kind of just become a channel staple for Warframe. Despite him effectively being an accident and being kind of the opposite of what I wanted, I've got a fondness for the little guy. You know, despite him being a Panzer with a crescent with a Panzer body, or Panzer body, crescent with a Panzer head rather, and me wanting a Panzer with a crescent head. I still got a fondness for the little guy. I ain't gonna get rid of him anytime soon. Also, the fact that he's a 4x4, so he's got a lot of resistances and decent capabilities. I feel like a Crescent's bad either. I mean, if there's a Sly, I'd be a little more annoyed because Sly just isn't as good as a Crescent or a Panzer. Panzer's definitely the best one. But it's so funny seeing him charge at stuff and just knock it down. It's just so goofy. Knock it down everything and do... because it does do a decent amount of damage too. It just opens up enemies to finishers that they would not have been, so... Well! I don't think we're complaining about... I like how this guy's going for... I was gonna say, if he went for the Lex Prime receiver when we had an Axe Stiletto Prime available... This man would be insane. Like, I'm just here collecting Void Traces right now. I'm not even really trying to collect relics more than anything. I'm just trying to play Mesa and get... Nova Prime... Okay, we could get the Volt. Ah, this was the... No, A7 from before, same thing. Anyone feel like showing up? It just doesn't even get a finish point on the Death Beam. Yeah, as long as Mesa has line of sight, she can snipe basically anything. I'll pick up the energy for it. Stuff like those shields though with the ice eggs misuse can't be a bit of a pain in the butt though. Because sometimes it will shoot, sometimes it won't. Now we're gonna get some energy refill going. Not good enough. At least collect all of these so I can get. Cause I don't get my reward if I don't get my 10. It's really unfortunate because I know some decent stuff here. Alright, let's get these. Good enough. I don't really care for my Barn Strike right now, but I'll still take this anyway. Okay, this spot. This is like the one. Like one other spot where it's like 4 corners. We've done the arbitration once or twice before we've gotten that map. Like that one's even better for Mesa because you can just put her in the top corner and all except for like 1 or 2 blind spots, she can hit basically the entire map from. You have such a high line of sight then. Big balls. Big balls of energy. Feast your eyes on my... I'm not finishing that joke. I'm better than that. As much as that low-hanging fruit was there.
Do you choose to leave now or continue fighting?
Not always stay. You got the means to. I'll take the Bolt Prime blueprint. I've been looking for this thing for a while. The one time I passed over it previously, I didn't get any of them for a long time. I believe that's all of Bolt Prime then. That or maybe I'm missing one part only. I'll do one more relic and then we'll bounce. At this point. Because my Neo stocks are either incredibly high or like incredibly low. There's no in between. To be fair, a lot of these are bolted, and I also just did not have...
Keep fighting. Another opportunity to extract will appear soon.
I got an 03. If you hadn't been an 03, it'd have been all C6. That would have been funny as hell. Oops, all C6. Not spawn there, because that's a death trap for you. I mean, I like that, but I don't like having anybody to shoot that close. See, there's so many of them that are dying so quickly, and they're all just spread out, so we can't really show you how fast they can actually fire. I'm sure you can at least get an idea with a couple bursts that we've had. But all I can say is I can't blame my buddy for being a Mason main. He got her when she came out, and then
Finish your mission to find out what's inside.
He loves playing her. That and Garuda. He loves the two of them. Garuda is pretty decent too. I just need to get around to making her. Even the base version. I'll take Garuda Prime. I wouldn't mind that. Yeah, once Mesa came in Prime rotation for me, I knew immediately I was going to get her. Let me try farm a good few relics for her. This was before I kept my eye on stocks as they were, where I only buy a couple relics here and there. I used to buy like 4 relics of each kind. Just if I got it early, then I kind of just had wasted Aya then. Then I also used to not really do rad shares or anything of that sort either. Maybe the occasional one if I got dragged into it, but not in the way that I do now. Right there, actually. I don't know why I did there. Oh, they're coming right. Not anymore. Not anymore. One downside to Mesa though is that you have to be more or less... I took up Mesa's wall so I could start walking around a little bit. There we go, that's a little faster. But, yeah, that's... Even if I did put Mesa's waltz on there, I'd still be kind of slow, and even then, I would have to turn off to pick off a whole bunch of these things. I pick up a whole bunch of these things, because otherwise I'm missing out on vital resources, because, you know, I'm telling them so far away. Like all this stuff right here. So everyone else gets those, but I don't really. This is the best one here, objectively. It's 45 for the bronze. I'll take an Axie relic. It's not bad. I guess we're going for another run. I was gonna say we'll go there. Honestly, I don't mind sticking around. We can at least get that relic to replenish that last one. That's kind of whatever. You're like, are you only gonna pop Neo C6? Yes.
Continue to defend. You will be rewarded for your bravery.
Again, I'm mostly just putting stuff right now. Trying to farm some. I do want those Vauban parts. Speaking of which, we never did get that Vauban silver. I might see if we can get some people for that again. Because, like, we were down to such bad luck of like 2-point-some% of not having it, that odds say we should eventually get it. It was like what, 2.815, I believe it was, something like that, 2.17. All these. I think Mesa does get stronger if I don't put a melee on her, but it's such a small thing that like melee is way too important because it means that if you don't have the means to shoot. Again, this goes a lot better. Changing out the one for a little bit extra speed feels so much better because this felt just a little slow before. Like as I said, I'm not getting rid of Spoiled Strike. That's just a ton of damage. Magnetic Strike is not bad either. I mean, he does a little bit of magnetic damage, extra damage in there. I guess if I was going to get rid of something, it would be that, but it also does mean that my initial attacks will be a lot slower, so it's probably not ideal. See, I'm actually in my Incarnate now, as we talked about skin changed. My little projectiles. Even while I'm playing melee, Mesa still has range. Doesn't do the most amount of damage, mind you, but it does do something. You know, I did used to build hate a little bit differently. I really got burning hate, which just, you want to build fire on this thing. That, and to be fair, Incarnate, I believe, does give fire damage as well. So, take it as it is. One of those kind of cases. Alright, problem solved there. Clear up that whole group. What do we've already gotten? There we go.
Extraction is ready. Unless you can handle more.
Yeah, it's like some more followers. I mean, it's not much, but like, hey, look, resources are resources. I'll take this. None of these are particularly amazing. I don't really care for having a bunch more formulas. I still got plenty. I'll take the Ultranox Prime receiver. I'm gonna pop. Expecting that 5, we basically only burned 4, so
that's the last of them.
That's what I want to spend that extra time. Well, look, we got 2 golds. Two golds. One of these I still needed for a bronze, or silver rather. One of these I didn't have. And one of these that's a really good bronze that's good for just junking. Alright, let me double check on Volt Prime. Okay, I do have everything from him now. I thought I did. I just need the blueprint. Surprisingly, no, watch my jiggies. I don't like to be Volt Prime soon. I can actually get. Oh, I'll be there. I can actually get rid of my initial Volt soon. I mean, on one hand, that feels weird because I'm nostalgic for my original Volt. But on the other hand, it's also just original Volt. It's kind of just whatever. And it's kind of also why I don't play Volt, is just because of the fact of I have Prime frames that are actually really decent. I got Volt Prime without ever having bought a Barrow Relic before. So that feels good at least. That feels good. Oh, what else do we have? Grab actually. Ultranox. S18 relics again really good. We got 2 D9s.
Knock, knock.
With the plastids, we always need that. We got a little bit of gallium, always need more of that too.
Out here.
Polymer bundles.
Operator, I don't think you should answer
Well,
that.
81 void trace is not bad either. I do need that for sure. Endo, 200 endo's not bad. Already got Caliban Prime. Axtiletto. That's what the Axtiletto looks like. Close enough. Okay, I literally don't have anything for it besides this. Let's turn this down here.
Nora sleeps better knowing her dreamers
something
are
from my
out
foundry,
there,
easy.
working to
We're
lift us up.
We're not doing that. Not doing that. Could do the Aura Worm on Steel Path. I could do that, honestly. I do have the means to.
Ta-ta, lovelies.
Not be a bad option. Oh, what frame were we talking about before? Vauban, right. Let me double check. I don't have any of these things, except for the one part that I've already made. Also, I can make this helmet for some reason. Well, let's go do that. I want to make this helmet. I don't know why, but we'll do it. What am I suddenly blanking? Oh my goodness. I feel stupid. I'm sorry, chat. We were talking about Volt. We were talking about... Oh, give me a second. I'm thinking. We're talking about Oberon.
No guarantees
Maybe we'll
with
talk about the
void
Vauban Prime
relics.
parts.
Just
I'll
like
check Death Cube in a
life.
second. Because I do have some. We got 2 weeks for it. That's the V9. This one we still need. That's the one I'm probably going to go do.
Good. Don't rush into
Right, that's what I'm going
things.
to do. Rad Share. That's what we think about doing. So I can get potentially something for that. Before we do that. I didn't make those with Death Cube already. Let's do that. I'm going to do it.
Well, well, well. Looks like some serious crud is going down out there. Here's to you, anonymous troublemaker.
I'm gonna hold off. Actually, I'm gonna go to the dojo later. When I see that I've got 1 left, I'm gonna go ahead and remember. Hawk Sage. Quanta Parasis, I could make that. How much do I need more? 4, 8, 14, 18, 23, 33, 47, 44, 54, 59, dang. That is just with that. We have... I want Field Rods, thank you. It's my Field Rods. Look, I'm sure probably 14 still isn't enough with even the blueprints that I have, but something. Is that that's 20 I just realized that's 20 gallium for this. Why does this need 20 gallium? Like this I can at least get because this is sentient weapon. Children need Venator alloy, thermal sludge, car moat stuff. Like, sure, at least I can get the justification for reading some weirdly specific stuff. 20 gallium. What were the devs huffing when they made that? I'm kind of curious. Not because I want to try it, but more just because I'm curious. A lot of tenors on this. To be fair, I said that we had the tenors before. It's 7. Somewhere here. 13, 20, 21, 22, 7, 37, 47. How many of these do I have? I'm realizing I probably need to subtract out some of this. I probably messed up my numbers in there. I'm assuming it's somewhere in the hundreds, though. Considering I do have something like this that I calculated for, but it's like 3 and this was like 1 and 1. But we also have a whole bunch of stuff that's like 5 and 10. You're talking probably still over 100 of these things that I still need. I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, whatever. What's the relic we're looking for? F1 fragger. Yeah, I think it's F1. Just quickly. Alright. I think it's F1. Let me double check. I'll see if I get a response in a second.
Primes. As bright as if they
F1,
in
I'm not
your
crazy.
own time.
In the meantime, I'll go ahead and switch over my... I'll think of playing Hate a little bit. Let's play Ureli. Unless we're gonna play Steel Path, in which case we're not gonna touch Ureli. Nope. Gonna ask for clarification on this. Yep. And if he's not, if I'm hosting it, that's fine too. Guess I'm hosting. In which case, we're probably gonna be looking at F1.
The Prime Vanguard, the pride of Empire. Here, fresh from the past.
Get one for right now. I do wish that people would be a little bit more polite rather than just invite. Cause it's like a bunch of, it's like the seagulls from Finding Nemo. Mine. Well, let's go Valkyrie then. I'm assuming we're probably gonna be into Ureli, but it's there. I'll double check. I'll get 3.
Might want to refine any relics you get. The ore can make you bleed for primes. You've bled enough.
All right. Let's do... I'll go Void, because Void's gonna be better. Alright, we'll see. Like I said, I don't feel great about having to pick up 3, but like if it's gonna be a survival, we'll just do that. Again, odds are we should probably be able to get it. Worst case, if I need to hold on to it, I don't mind holding on to it for a second. I mean, I got literally everything out of this relic except for the one. I do know someone anyway that does need some Vauban stuff. So worst case, I can either trade him the relics or actually crack him off stream if we get the one on stream. So it's whatever. God, 3 of us have the parallax ship, and then. Alright. Okay, this is why I switched to Ureli. I was not.
Only with true mastery of the Tenno arsenal will you succeed.
Watch out.
Ain't no way with Ureli I was gonna be doing this. Let me tell you, that was
life support has been cut off. They're
big
trying
no.
to choke you out. Hold on. I'm sending auxiliary life support. You're near a fissure.
I'm not really worried if I lose my shields. I mean, I'm Valkyr. I have no shields. In terms of shields, we have no shields. Against an Argon crystals, we really need them, but
the enemies are dropping reactants.
We're a little bit faster now. There we go. It's a little slow the first 2, but well, melee training, I'm doing a lot of this. Delicious.
Get ready for a capsule.
Light him up. Let's grab this and there. With luck, as I said, we've gotten like 16 of them. We're down to the odds of not having it at like 2%. If we get another 4 down, we're gonna have literally 1 in 100 odds of that not happening. So I'm gonna deploy these sentries to be sure. I think we have a relatively safe room. Parentheses relatively safe room. Poseidon 9 is able to cook with his sword. He's good. I don't play him enough. But also he's kind of frail sometimes too. Same time, he got that Ureli issue. Though, to be fair, I still need to go ahead and form him up more. If I did that, I'd probably have a way better one. Because he has some really good damage potential. He's got a lot of good support options too. And he's great for fighting someone like the Blood Mothers that just shift their typing. What they're weak to. Because hey, as long as it's not a physical type, he can change it. Oh, they're weak to fire now? Okay, switch over to that. Oh, they're weak to magnetic all of a sudden? We do that. Lightning? Not a problem. Radiation? I got you covered, homie. Can you die, please? Thank you. I'll rip you myself if I need to at this point. I don't even have Gloom going or I am not as fast as I could be. As long as I got 3 victims to keep going, it stays up forever essentially. And if I run out, then I got a 3. Oh, it's about to run out? Okay, I got an immediate... I have an immediate Incarnate again. don't think it popped. No, it did. It did on everything. I didn't know if it did or not. Forget guns, I am the gun. My scythe is the bullet. Nope, we're getting jumped finally. Alright, where's the victim at? Since Mania, he's been called victim. He's just sitting there, just going ham on his face. Just screech at him.
The operative has just made their first discovery. Keep up the good work. Extraction is available if you need it.
Yep, I kind of just burned 2 more for no reason. Well, look. I guess we got it. We're eating good today, boys. Brittany's been pretty quiet. I wonder if she got up to do something. I know maybe she's made a match with DPD right now. Probably is. Get out of here. It's a long way. Definitely the wrong way. Yeah, this finally got this. That feels good. Feels so good, cause oh chat, we burned so many relics on this. The odds of it being down to 1% if we hadn't gotten it, ugh, would have been frustrating. Oh. So what we got for the next one. I'm assuming
Watch your backs, people.
we got people doing V9, I think it was. V9. We got switch back over to your rally, I guess, until
saddle up.
No, it's an Ember and Frost. That's not what I'm looking for. Why are we in this too? No. I know G14 is Grendel, right? Or is that Shire? No, it's Axie for G14. I always get that mixed up. That's Grendel I'm thinking of. Yeah, I got Vauban Prime. I have the. I just need the neuroptics and systems now. 820, dang, it's a lot of A. Let me look to see what we still need.
primes. As bright as if they were forged yesterday.
D6. Fire, Death Cube. No, that's not it. Vauban. I can spell, I swear. I swear I can spell. Oh. V8,
The circling
V9.
hawk may choose its prey at leisure.
Wow. Chad, I don't think I,
Operator, Ordis has been interfacing with the Foundry's AI. presence. You could say we forged a new connection.
T6. Yeah, well, I want to play your relic, but Fate has said no. We're gonna play some Octavia. Octavia isn't super built, but she can get the job done at least. D19, I guess.
Enemy activity has enraged the Void
We had
Angels.
some goofy
They're ripping the
numbers,
Albrecht membrane,
but
exposing
like I
this
said, I don't play
entire
our
ship
time.
to a void flood.
I'm kind of just here to do one
Watch
to two
out.
relics.
I'm detecting void fissures nearby. Do you have a
Maybe
matching
get some
relic?
arcanes out of it.
Phytoblast is everywhere except for where it should be. Grab some and stuff it in a rupture. Gather up
everywhere
nearby
except for where it
Phytoblast
should
and
be.
bring it to the ruptures.
That sounds very messy and not in a good way.
You're near a fissure.
Have we considered having it not be there? Like with a ball into a goal.
Use that reactant to
Ooh.
open a relic.
Can I actually pick it up? I can. Funny.
The reactant is working on your relic. Find
I can
more.
cheat. Handball, you can't do that. No one's gonna catch me too. You can't prove it. Alright, we got more energy and then we'll start blasting them. It's crazy how much just a little bit of attack speed makes a difference. How much makes the weapon feel so much better. To be fair, extra attack speed is just extra damage, effectively.
Before this whole shit goes topsy-turvy.
Womp. Okay, if you survived that, I was gonna be a little peeved. Do not survive such things. Alright, let me actually start grabbing. I'm not elaborating on what this one is. I don't care. I'm not elaborating. I refuse. Also, this was definitely not the one I intended for it to be anyway. I had the other one set, and I think I set this one temporarily. It's awful. I should need to check to see if I did reset the other one, though. I should have had my Legend of Zelda one. The one person who knows is just staring at me right now like, why? Why you do this?
Void floods have a tendency to wash in terrible things. One of those things is approaching. Do be careful.
Good. Even better, I can subject him to the sound of my beautiful music. My beautiful music. Why did I make this? Better question, why Forget why it's equipped. Why did I make it?
You have a chance to ask it where it came from before you killed it.
No, I didn't want to. It's gonna die.
Self-extract at the marked location.
I don't care. Is not getting out. Okay, I'll take this. This is not bad. Protein or optics, okay. Yeah, I feel like the only other option you would have had realistically would have been the Forma. If this man pulls a Vauban blueprint out of his behind, I'm just saying, if he does, apparently I don't have him. There's my orb. I was gonna say, where's my orb? Just whip the entire jump as well. Yeah, that's a great sign. Looking everywhere. Completely missed it. Kind of feeling like what I do for dinner today. This is random, especially because like for me it's still like not even dinner time. But we'll still be going for a little while, so. I just thinking, it's kind of just popping in my head. I kind of want to make some chicken fried rice for dinner tonight. Sounds pretty good. Got a little bit of honey sesame sauce. Like I wouldn't be opposed to using for that either. It's pretty good. Oh, here. Sus today. Never saying that again.
Shut
up. This guy's just having an aneurysm. He's having the time of his life down there.
When that thing starts moving, it will. You better know what to do.
We're killing it? We're killing Big Boy? We are. Hit Big Boy.
The angel's trying to retreat into the void so it can heal. Follow it and stop.
You won't. No healing for you.
That's the way. Break it down. Body and soul.
We're back in there. To be fair, we do so much damage now with the arcane, so.
Now it'll stay.
This guy's suffering. He's impaled on a spike and he's forced to listen to Among Us the entire time. To be fair, we're all forced to listen to it right now.
Can always do more. But if you can't, I have marked an extraction point.
Yeah, once we extract though, I am gonna go double check and make sure I have the right one selected, not the Among Us one. I kinda wanna go for these guys. That way at least two of them are. I ain't getting one, but it's whatever. I'll go for one more relic. a little bit of invisibility. The other way, that's why. I'll just blast it open once we get there. Not blast it open, no, just do the thing once we get there. No reason to go invisible or do anything right now, let's wait for resources for it.
Or I can just not.
I still can't play my buff level on one though. This one I made for memes. This was one of my friends at one point. Started up. Yeah, like a 4, I just went with the shield. The good thing, at least if you're playing Octavia, is, well, you at least know what your own thing sounds like. You at least know your own notations for it. So that's at least a decent enough to get invisibility from there, but eh. How has man only gotten? Just like, you're not AFK. I was gonna say if he's AFK, that's one thing. I can understand that. I'm like, how did he get only 4?
I have opened an escape lift for you. Use it when we need it.
Well, I guess we're only getting 3 this time. That's fine. I'll take the Proteoneuroptics again. And then I'm gonna drop after this one. Not because this isn't fun doing, but we're just I want to switch over for one thing on Octavia, and the second thing is also. Once they got the same idea. Even if we were sticking around. I had plans to pop back anyway.
No, you can't do that. Get away from me, you little freak.
Alright, let's get back to the base. There's nothing vibing there, it's just gonna be complete silence because it's funnier. Dang, I can't do it. Yep. I need to stick with this level again.
My flamethrower. My
Flammenwerfer. I got some experience already on it somehow. Not sure how. We're not gonna complain though. Okay. Well, this is awkward. Okay, there we go. Because it's kind of just awkward just sitting here. Just complete silence, even the game acknowledges, like, hey. So, not bad. Decent amount of, good amount of void traces, honestly. Good amount of void traces. My blueprint, ribbon sliver. That's what we got when we get back. First, let's actually go fix this. I did have this one set. I'm not elaborating. This is the one I wanted to use.
Well put together, operator. Now get out there and cut down the...
It's really a little manticore that little spins on Octavia's arms. It's kind of cool. It's a little disc. Do Caliban. I like Caliban. I'll switch up. I want to switch up something else. Still need to get this done. Still need to actually get around to level. I got the lake already. To be fair, I did burn it once. So I still need to finish leveling. Let's see. He said he's doing. Where is it? V8. I'm gonna need at least one copy of the relic. I know he just sent that to me.
Regal Aya. Here, fresh from the past.
We're gonna do a.
Stand by while I analyze the intelligence profiles of the Grenadier. Error, not a number.
This guy seems like he's a pretty
Did the
nice
operator
guy.
enjoy this witticism?
Shout out to him. Any kind of decorations that we put down in the meantime. Oh, you know what I can do. My army of drones, go! Auto install. Auto install.
Now to test it in the field. Onward!
Heat and punch through is not bad. That's just less damage though, unironically. It's got super high punch through, which I mean it's not bad to have, but not what I want at all. I want heat. I want damage or heat. Fire it would be bad. To be fair, I'm prepared with this one that I'm gonna probably have to take some investment into it. Like, this would be great. This would be great if it wasn't critical damage and zoom. If it was like heat, fire rate, and then zoom, equal trauma. That's a great name. Toxin. Capture mission. V8. Upgrade to X. But yeah, no, I've seen some people that have relics that take like 300 roll, or relics. Relics take 300 rolls. Yeah, God forbid. No, they got ribbons that take like 300 rolls for a good one. Sometimes you get one that's really good early on, in either immediately or like the first 10 rolls, or you got ones that are like 300, 500 rolls.
You are here to find our target and bring them to the extraction point. Happy hunting. Watch out. I'm detecting void fissures nearby. Do you have a matching relic? A fissure. Defend yourself and use reactor to open relics.
Honestly, I don't blame him for going to base when there's a capture mission nice and quick.
Don't forget the reactor.
I'm not debating on anyone needing steel path.
You found a target. Capture them quickly before they escape. Stay focused.
You know, there's no gambling there.
The capture target has vital information that we will need to extract. We need our subject brought back alive. Success. The captive is safely in our hands. Congratulations, Temba. Marines inbound. We collected enough reactors to open the door.
I cannot wait to use Vauban though. I'm gonna definitely make him use them though. That and like Oberon's one of the ones that I want to make too. Good stuff. That happens. To be fair, I'm gonna save the joke for Vauban until I actually get him. I guess I'll take the Vasto Prime. To be fair, this is going to take a bit. I think the average is like with 4 people, I believe the average is like 3 runs for a gold.
Mission complete. Excellent work, Tenno.
Yeah, I was gonna say, this is why you don't buy them in bulk. Like I said, I was prepared to do a long survival, so I bought a couple, but...
As bright as if they were forged yesterday. The ore can make you bleed for primes. You've bled enough.
I believe... Because I checked the companion app, but I'm like, I literally get logged out of my game for doing so, I'm not gonna do that. Like, I can check when Barrow's coming. I'm like, I think he's coming this week, but don't quote me. Actually, let me upgrade this one real quick, and then I can go check my one section. I keep it there for a reason. Did it upgrade? Okay. Give me 1 second, you'll be hearing Warframe channel 21st, so that would have been, yeah, that should be this upcoming weekend. That should be Friday that he's here, because yeah, you'd be like what, 28th then, 27th, 28th.
Orders has been
1 week of not him going.
Operator. All accounted for.
Or wait, and we'll go do another roll or two. We'll get it one day. We'll get it one day. Ooh, is that one actually worth? That's status chance, reload speed, multi-shot. I feel like that's close to what I want, but it's just too split. Yeah, that's just way too split. If it was like 2 of them, if it was get rid of the multi-shot, or get rid of like the actually not get rid of the multi-shot, get rid of the reload speed, because this thing reloads fine. Because it's actually reload or multi-shot would actually not be bad. I don't know why I was saying get rid of the multi-shot. Multi-shot's just generally extra damage. Don't listen to me on that one. Don't get rid of the multi-shot. Yeah, get rid of the reload speed, and then keep the other 2. That would have been fine. Heck, even if it was negative reload speed, I think I might have still taken it. Because worst case, I can probably find something that will just give me extra reload speed. Just slot it in to compensate. Because usually reload speed isn't that bad, as long as it wasn't like minus 100% reload speed, where it just halves my reload speed or something like that. No, minus 100, but like, I don't know, point is, if it wasn't like
We received intel that somebody vital to enemy operations is here. Find them and capture them. Watch out. I'm detecting void fissures nearby. Do you have a matching relic? You found a fissure. Look out for reactant. The corrupted enemies are dropping reactant. Collect it to open your void relic. The reactant is working on your relic.
Doesn't matter who's first or last, mission's done, everyone's trying to contribute their part.
Stay focused.
As long as everyone's trying, and as long as we all got the
You found a target. Capture them
stuff.
quickly before they escape.
So I feel like that's more important at that point. You get someone that does nothing, but at least has all 10. And that's way more important than someone that does everything, but only has like 5 or none.
We'll interrogate the captain back at base. Your part is done here, Tenno. I'm detecting a large security.
Because you're all there for the relic, and that's just one less option. Especially if they would potentially gotten something good out of it.
Use your mission to find out what's inside.
Or let's say, like, even if they got something average out of it, and everyone else pulled junk, that means at least that someone potentially didn't pull junk, or is less likely that someone pulled junk.
I am picking up traces of prosecutor shield auras in your vicinity.
They can prosecute my site. See what happens.
Prosecutor down. Stay alert. There could be more ahead.
Come on, baby. Not what I needed, but I will take the Fragger Prime head. I actually don't have that. Normally I would take some of the others, but I have them, and I don't have the Fragger Prime head.
Mission complete. Excellent work, Tenno.
Get another. To be fair, we got some good luck earlier. I'm not surprised we're not having as much of the amazing luck as before. Let me get...
No guarantees with void relics. May the void bring you what you need.
The void giveth and the void taketh. I do quite like this color scheme for Caliban, I will say. It's lovely. And also the death mark is like one of the few ones that actually works really well for him, I believe. It kind of works in there, and it's like one of those things that's lopsided because you know, you only got one piece for it. Only works for the right side or the left side. But he's got that big old piece there that connects into it and kind of looks, kind of just fits in there. As you can see a little stalker part. You can see it kind of looks like casing over it. You can sit down on the right side. It's a little bit smaller. You gotta play into the aesthetics some. Also, I see this guy's of Golden Valor, so he did the one. Watch for Jiggy. He did the one thing with Roth. Which fair. I know the host guy romanced Marie. I know that one because that's the title for her. I don't know what Chosen Margulis is. I believe that's for doing one of the story quests.
You are here to find our target and bring them to the extraction point. Happy hunting. There are void fissures in the area. Use these to crack open a relic. You're near a fissure. Use that reactant to open a relic. The reactant is working on your relic. Find more. Target located.
I will commit suck to your face. You will be vanished. Yoink.
Your soul is mocked.
Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching. Success. The captive is safely in our hands. Congratulations, Tenno.
Half blabbering. I say that. Then, like, the other half of it is just obscure. Not really obscure, but sometimes references. Sometimes obscure, sometimes not.
That's it. You opened the relic.
Sometimes very specific.
Finish your mission and we'll take a look inside. Heads up. A Grineer assault team is headed your way.
I will assault them. If we find them anyway. If they don't, then, well, they're not. Like, I was gonna make it a nuclear revenge, or / nuclear revenge joke. I know it's something on Reddit there. It's like sometimes I just pop on something there, I get some Reddit stuff. With reading Reddit stories. Wow, that's just unlucky.
Mission complete. Excellent work, Tenno.
Because like sometimes it's just one of those things of, hey, you at least get something nice to listen to while you're doing something or other. Or just provides nice background audio for stuff that you're doing. If I'm playing Monster Hunter, or if I'm doing, you know, X, or if I'm doing Y. Or heck, sometimes I'm playing Warframe. If I know I'm going to be sitting there grinding for, you know, a half an hour doing a watchmajiggy.
If you're here for relics, you might have to crack a few before you get what you're after. Memory's a tricksy thing, but I think you'll do fine.
Prepped. V8. What are the other V8s out of curiosity? Voltprime or Optics? This one, yeah, for Volt. Or for, no, okay, so it's Volt and Vauban. Okay. Cool. Because I'm gonna be having one more afterwards. Most likely. Oh well. Like I said, I can always, like, this is what I mean, like, I'll put on something for after stream and just go relic grinding for a bit to do something. Like, that'll be the perfect example. It's just like an r/nuclear revenge post about murdering Ballas. Just whatever the equivalent of Warframe's version of Reddit would be.
Knock, knock.
Now, who would be knocking all the way
I
out
murdered
here?
my mom's horrible ex. I don't feel bad about it. Title says it all. Just going into just talking about the entire plot of the new war. That would be really, really funny. Alright, let's try now. Or not. I was gonna say, give me a sec, I'll get some people, but that works too. Let's try plan B. V8. I guess I don't mind doing a couple. I remember doing all the dog days stuff, getting the drones for it. Then we got the Vauban tank one. There's like the drop for a couple drones. We got some of the ones that I have from there. Like I got one of my Barrow ones. I got the Carrion one, I believe. Why is Midas just sitting there staring at the plexus? Okay. You know, if that's what he wants to do, that's his prerogative. I'm not gonna judge him for it. We do love Midas around here.
Target and bring them to
He's
the
a good boy.
extraction point. Happy hunting. Void Fishers. You need them to open the relic, but are you confident you can withstand their fury? A Fisher. Defend yourself and use reactant to open relics. They're dropping reactant. Use it to crack open a relic. The reactant is working on your relic. Find more. You've found a target. Capture them quickly before they escape. Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching. Excellent work.
I don't know, I've never actually seen history.
Back at base. Your
All I know
part
is
is done here.
something related to it, apparently. I did not give you the slightest inclination as to why.
You have collected enough reactant.
Yeah, I do like, as I was saying, I do like putting on like some either just some like Reddit videos or like that with people reading stuff, or just people just listening. So they're like just an audiobook occasionally sometimes too. Just something that gives background noise. I think that's the important part, is you need some kind of background noise. Because eventually you'll just drive yourself insane. If you're just doing everything day in, day out. Even just trying to grind for a half an hour to get a whole bunch of relics and doing some other stuff, it gets kind of boring after a while. I mean, the game isn't fun, but if you're just, you know, redoing the same mission because you need to restock on several relic types repeatedly. You know, oh, I need to get some Axie and Meso ones. I'll go do, you know, Watchmajiggy.
If you'd excuse me.
45 is still not bad, though. So many Vasto blueprints, I'm never going to need a Vasto blueprint again.
Great work. I am pleased with your performance.
Yeah, we'll do one more, because like, I got the means to do one more.
Nothing left to chance if you're bringing Regal Aya. The Orcan made you bleed for primes. You've bled enough.
Welcome.
So I might be able to do this one, but yeah, whatever.
Till then.
If I get 30, I can get... another one, worst case, but really depends what kind of luck we have. Nope, okay. Guess I'm getting that last one. I believe of the Old Blood is either War Within or it's
received intel that somebody
Killing a
vital to
Kuva, like
enemy
one of the two.
operations is here. Find them and capture them. Watch out.
I
I'm
could not
detecting
remember
void
which though,
fissures nearby.
but I
Do
know
you
it's one of the
have a
two.
matching relic?
I believe it's for the War
You
Within.
found a fissure. Look out for reactants. Target located. Bring them in.
To be fair, I'm not changing my title super often, so probably doesn't help my scenario with trying to remember which is which. One reason I know a couple, I've never seen Eleanor's or
I'm detecting a large security force.
Letty's before. I've never seen Amir's, I've never seen Arthur's, I've never seen Quincy's, the titles. If I have, I didn't recognize them.
Stay focused. There's a heavy
I
unit approaching.
can't remember this off the top of my head, but I know I've seen Leon's before. And I believe I've seen Roth's. I believe I've seen Roth's a couple times.
That's it. You opened the relic. Finish your mission and we'll take a look inside.
What is it called, like Devil Zone or something such like that? I know it's something like I'm checking through locations of titles, and I'm like, ah, this is one of those that I can't get. That's why. Like, I know what Owies is off the top of my head. I don't think they're framed for Owies. I've seen like once. I could not play with Letty's or Amir's or Quincy's or are at all. Like, I would bet you if you tried to pay me to guess, I would not get it at all. Holy unluck.
Great work. I am pleased with your performance.
I'm not gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna pop in there. I'm not gonna be like, oh, bring a flawless with me. But okay, sure, but I know the expectation is that you bring a radiant one. Oh well. Oh, we're doing time. We're not doing too bad. Well, you know what? Screw it. I was gonna say screw it. We'll go do a Viri, but I'm like, really depends on how quick everyone wants to be. And I don't want to be that guy that blasts through it only. And then everyone gets upset at me. Because I'd be kind of a jerk. I don't want to be kind of a jerk. Void Cascade. We could, you know, we'll do one. We'll do one more. We'll do a little bit more farming. First off, we'll go more Zeraman. You know, worst case we don't get anything too crazy, but at least we can get some void, watch the biggies, void fissures. More of the void traces.
Marking a possessed Exilizer. Deal with
right,
it while
this
you
one.
still can. Contamination levels going in the wrong direction.
Contaminate the contamination. That's how that works, right?
Exilizer purge. Exilizer spent.
Yeah, honestly, it's okay if we have like one going in the wrong direction. We have 3 in the positive.
That's it. You opened the relic.
So we're
Finish
doing
your mission
more
and we'll take a
positive than
look
negative.
inside.
One, that and the fact that means we don't potentially end up burning out all of the ones we do now while waiting.
The enemy has triggered the release of a possessed Exilizer. Purge it before it pumps out even more void contamination.
yeeted away. It's like, nah, man, this is a big nah for me. Big nah for me. I want some little gremlins running around. Koopa units are not going to be around much longer.
Spit Exilizer has been retired.
As long as we get one more Exilizer rocking,
working on backups.
Then
contamination spreading.
Okay, I was gonna say if I'm smart, I'll get one of the other ones started. Okay, they did. Excellent. Pretty close to getting first round of rewards. What do you think for? That's an arcane over there.
Our enemy has abandoned valuable supplies. This is yours now. I've opened an extraction route.
Awesome.
Your choice when to use it.
Fine, I'm running over towards some of this stuff anyway. Okay. I don't think I need to explain why I'm taking this one. As you can see, not owned. I do believe that's one of the Valkyrie relics, though. I believe, like, Valkyrie Nyx relics. That's from Railjack, but, like, it's still something I don't have. I will definitely take it. H3 Hydroid Prime system? Dang. Someone's big spending. I'm literally just here trying to get some...
Purge it before it makes the contamination worse.
So I don't care if they take my stuff or not. As long as I'm getting a decent amount, that's good enough.
The Void Cascade just hit a new level of intensity. Be careful. You have no idea what it can manifest. Now the Exilizer.
You have no idea what it can manifest.
Any casualties you inflict within its field will bring the contamination level down. Cascade is approaching critical levels. Your time is running out.
Well, I think it is. Like we're pushing back pretty strongly. Got this other one right over here.
Exilizer under assault.
Right. Okay. Pop. Need a hero cassie for me. Alright, there we go. We're in the right direction now. Or at least neutral in the right direction. We do need to get a fourth one going.
Cascade intensified.
That's the exact reason I was going to say. Like it or not, we need another one going. Alright, we got something positive now.
Those void nightmares are hell-bent on one thing. Manifesting more nightmares. We just lost an Exilizer to possession. Get it back.
I'd like to grab some more, but if we don't do it, we're gonna be sunk.
Exilizer has been retired.
For some reason I thought I was. halfway trace.
Contamination subsiding. Keep any rolling thrax away from that exolyzer until it discharges. That'll nip this cascade in the bud. We're down an exolyzer. Working on backups. Exolyzer suppressed. Purge it before it makes the contamination worse.
Alright, we got a little bit there. Honestly, as long as we get those two right there, we can... Like I said, I had to forget what was going on over there and just focus on what we got.
Struggle has its benefits.
I feel like the Gyre Prime Systems is good on one hand, but like that Caliban is... That was just better, it's silver. I'd rather take that, honestly, because worst case I can either keep it for a Caliban Prime set, or I can just sell it or something. 13 exceptional. Okay, that's not bad. B2, Banshee Prime, okay. Prime Blueprint. Didn't catch the last one. C10 intact. I have no idea what that is. Guess it'll be a surprise for all of us. Something that starts with C is the last thing. The goal. I have no idea what it could be.
I don't know what sort of nightmares you might encounter.
This guy down. So we're more or less safe. We are more or less safe. Okay, not much longer.
We're down an
I opened my mouth. I opened my mouth. I shouldn't have, clearly. That's my mistake, chat.
This cascade is growing out of control.
Nope, you ain't doing that. Growing out of control is an easy way to say, you just need to get one more.
Exolyzer spent.
I mean, look at all it's absolutely melting the vicinity. No, I don't know what we're melting into, but like, it's getting melted. Probably into a puddle of sludge, I imagine, considering it's kind of a corrosive acid beam.
Spent Exolyzer has been retired.
No, I don't want the blessed overlords that you're talking of. They're all dead and or awful. I don't like them. They suck. Okay, so this is an obvious. This is just the most obvious pick there is that. That's a gold. Would have loved that earlier for the, you know, for the Vauban part, but beggars can't be choosers.
Cascade is approaching critical levels. Your time is running out.
Got one.
Contamination levels going in the wrong direction.
took a moment or three, but we got there.
Void Cascade losing steam.
Before we had an entire vicinity around us of just a whole bunch of these things we can capture. So that tends to solve the problem really comfortably. Just saying.
We're down an Exalizer, working on backups.
You got the one that's like 200 meters away. Honestly, I don't see a reason not to go for it. I'm gonna start making my way over there in a second.
Exalizer spent.
That is why we start heading up in that direction. Head in the next direction. In worst case, one of those get under attack.
We're down an Exalizer, working on backups. This cascade is growing out of control. We just lost an Exalizer to possession. Get it back.
Roll with myself. That's fine. I got one guy that's helping, but the plan. Slow to draw though. I'll take any kind of help, even if it's late help.
Any nearby attackers will degrade the Exalizer's performance. Clear them out to get the system working full steam.
Hit you. Come on. There we go. I'm gonna quickly run back and grab that void sliver, or that ribbon sliver rather. It's a void sliver.
Exalizer spent. This discovery might interest you.
It probably does. It very much does. I don't know what it was, I wasn't paying attention, but like it definitely does. 2 times 4 more blueprints tempting. As much as I'm tempted to say this, I mean, this is just better objectively, but hey, if this one wants to be 5 void traces, I ain't gonna complain. No, we could get 5. That'd be awesome because that's a free relic back. We are in the positive direction right now. Just need to hold that. I'm pretty sure this is the Void Angel, like right here.
Spent Exalizer has been retired. Contamination spreading.
Quickly.
We're down an Exalizer. Working on backups.
A dormant Void Angel. Now, it's not dormant anymore.
Okay, they got the Void Angel that I marked.
Spent Exalizer has been retired.
If they want to be smart, they'll have one person handling that. The rest of us on this. I'm gonna focus on sticking on this for right now because I figure we'd probably go after it once we were in a stable position.
Cascade intensified.
That's the more important part is, because it doesn't matter how well we're doing if we can't hold. one.
Your relic is opened.
Exolizer spent. Enemy bounty secured.
I'll take the dual Zoran handle. I need the dual Zoran handle for a second one. Have means to do so. In worst case, we like get out. You know, you've done your job. Got the means to take care of the angel. We might as well do it right
into the void so it can heal. Follow it and stop. That's the way. Break it down, body and soul.
Come on.
Exolizer suppressed. Purge it before it makes the contamination worse. The void cascade has surpassed the tipping point. It's lethal now. Leave the area while you still can.
Yes! It won't be shrugging that off.
Alright. Oh. I was gonna say, yeah, we had 5 minutes to exit. There was no way we weren't gonna be able to get the Void Angel and go through. It was one of those things, if it was getting way too strong. We did several really good rounds. I mean, look at all this stuff we got. Cassie, we got like 3 of these. Arcanes, we got some Pinions, we got some Lanthorns, we got a bunch of Void Traces, a bunch of Thorax Plasm, which I just don't need. A few Riven Slivers. Good stuff, honestly, good stuff. That said, however, I do believe we're gonna do one more roll. We're gonna do one more roll for the sake of maybe a couple more. I'm trying to end things off on a decent note, hopefully. We'll do one more. Why not? It's not bad. If it was more recoil, I deal with it. But, okay, or if it was minus reload speed, I would have still done with it. Oh well. That said, though, I will be wrapping up stream here momentarily. Since Bull Sledge, I want to play for right now. Got the old reliables when I go back to grind later. In either case, though, I'll be back tomorrow with more Monster Hunter Wilds. We'll be doing some more Orc-Tempered 10-star Rompopo. We'll be doing some more of the usuals. We'll also be in the Dream Spells, the Halloween event stuff. So we'll probably do we'll do a little bit of bounties from there. We'll probably do some regular Rompopo hunts. We'll see. We'll see how I'm feeling. Well, let's get something going on. In either case, saplings, take care. Have a wonderful rest of your day. I'll be seeing you all next stream. Bye-bye.